Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me as we continue our study through Mark. Today we're going to be starting in chapter 9. I may look a little tired. You can kind of see the little marks under my eyes, and I may be yawning during the reading today, but stay with me. I'm still here. It's just 5 in the morning, so I'm a little tired. This whole quarantine stuff has got me out of whack because some days I got to go into work and some days I don't, so I don't really have a very good sleeping schedule these days. But I'm still here to read the Word with you guys. Got to make that a priority. You got to make it a habit because that's what's going to fill me up. It's what's going to give me strength and joy as I seek after God, even early in the morning, just like Jesus did when he would get away to a desolate place to pray to God, to seek after him. So thanks for joining me. We're going to get straight to it, starting in verse 1 of chapter 9. And he said to them, "Truly I say to you, there are some standing here who will not taste death until they see the kingdom of God after it has come with power." And after 6 days, Jesus took with him Peter and James and John and led them up a high mountain by themselves. And he was transfigured before them, and his clothes became radiant, intensely white, as no one on earth could bleach them. And there appeared to them Elijah with Moses, and they were talking with Jesus. And Peter said to Jesus, "Rabbi, it is good that we are here. Let us make 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." For he did not know what to say, for they were terrified. And a cloud overshadowed them, and a voice came out of the cloud, "This is my beloved Son, listen to him." And suddenly, looking around, they no longer saw anyone with them but Jesus only. And as they were coming down the mountain, he charged them to tell no one what they had seen, until the Son of Man had risen from the dead. So they kept the matter to themselves, questioning what this rising from the dead might mean. And they asked him, "Why did the scribes say that first Elijah must come?" And he said to them, "Elijah does not come first to restore all things." He said Elijah does come first to restore all things. And how is it written of the Son of Man that he should suffer many things and be treated with contempt? But I tell you that Elijah has come, and they did to him whatever they pleased, as it is written of him. All right, so here we have Jesus, and he's with 3 of his disciples, Peter, James, and John, and they all go up a mountain. And when they're up this mountain, all of a sudden, Jesus turns into this like brilliant, radiant white, and it says that even the bleach we have on earth couldn't make it as white as Jesus was. And there with Jesus appeared Moses, Old Testament Moses, and then Elijah, the prophet. And they're talking with Jesus. And, the 3 disciples, Peter, James, and John, see this, and they're terrified. They don't know what to say. And one of them says, should we make tents? Should we put up tents for you guys? And then before they knew it, that they were done talking, and then it was over. And I think this is just a glimpse for us, partially what this is talking about. This is a glimpse for us to see how divine Jesus truly is. And I don't think sometimes we understand the greatness of who Jesus is. I mean, we got to remember this is Jesus, the Son of God, walking on earth with us. This is the same. This man is walking on the same earth that we walk on. He's going through the same struggles that we go through, but he is God. He's the Son of God, and he's here with us. And that's crazy to think that he would step down from heaven above, to come down here. And he did it so that we could have a relationship with God. And that just blows my mind to think that there's this God who loves us so much that he's like, I'm going to send my own Son down there to live this perfect life and then to die so that we can have this relationship. And he does it. He actually follows through and he does this. Jesus, his greatness is on such a whole nother level. And I don't think the disciples quite understand that yet because they're comparing him to Moses and Elijah. But they're just part of the story. They're part of God's plan. And so it's very just interesting passage, a little glimpse into seeing Jesus' true nature as we see him just shine brilliantly white. So you may have some questions about this passage. So today, write those questions down and seek out those answers. Why were those disciples in fear when they saw this happen? Why did Jesus have that conversation with Moses and Elijah? So you may have some questions, so seek out those answers today. Remember to read the passage again, to ask for help, and pray to God to help you understand the passage. So hope you enjoyed today's reading, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.